Using brush modifiers in TwistedBrush Pro Studio. This area here are a set of icons which give you access to the various brush modifiers. Brush modifiers allow you to, as the name implies, modify the currently selected brush. So I'm going to select Soft Pastel 2 as an example. And this first icon is the brush modifier for shapes. There is a number of additional shapes which you can select for your brushes. In this case, I'm going to select a flat round brush. You can see we've changed the brush shape. We could do that again and select something else, such as a square. I'm going to go back to the round flat hard edge brush. So it gives you the idea of using the brush modifier for shapes. When you have a shape which isn't a circle, for example, you may want to change its orientation. You can use the tool, rotate brush tool, to change orientation. But you could also use presets here in the brush modifier for selecting that. In addition, there are brush modifiers for easily selecting preset sizes for your brush, as well as colors by specific names, including colors for oil paints, some of the common ones in any case. Also within the colors modifier, there's a set of special ones, colors with the dash patterns. When you select one of these and select one of the patterns, it's actually changing the brush effects for that brush and actually allowing it to paint with a pattern. So I'm going to select Fabric 2 here, and now we actually have this brush set up where we're painting with a pattern. Going to select the textured oil brush now. This brush modifier here is for changing the texture. For brushes that have texture, you can select from a variety of different textures which are available from the modifiers. I'm just going to select texture here, and you can see we've now changed the texture of that brush. The basics of the brush are still the same. We've just changed one of the parameters of that brush. We can go and select a different texture, and we see we've changed it again to something else. This modifier here is somewhat a special case. It actually applies new brush effects to your brush. There's a special or a separate video for showing this a little more detail. I'll just give a quick example, starting with a new basic brush. When you select this modifier for effects, you can use any of these preset effects without really understanding how to design your own brushes. This gives you a shortcut method to do that. So in this case, I'm just going to select Layer and Wash 60%. So you see I'm applying what it looks like a wash to that basic brush. And you could do that with existing brushes as well. Let's reload. Go to Basic Oil. That's our standard basic oil brush. Going back to Wash. We see now we're applying a wash with that basic brush. So those are the brush modifiers.